Distracted driving, it's a problem facing many Americans today, especially teen drivers. Get this, motor vehicle crashes are the #1 killer of teen drivers here in the US. And what's a dominant factor in this? Distracted driving. Whether it be talking on a cell phone, eating or drinking, or sending a text, distracted driving has left a lasting mark on our society today. I'm Conrady, here to tell you about these problems and what you can do to stay safe when behind the wheel.
Meet Brooke Wan, an average high school student who recently experienced a near-death situation.
Well, I was driving down the road, it was 55 miles an hour, and I noticed a car behind me acting funny, and she came up behind me, and she almost took me off the road, and I noticed that she was texting while she was driving.
Although Brooke was not distracted, she was involved in a situation where another driver was, making the situation life-threatening.
It really goes to show what can happen when you focus on two things at once while driving.
Reaching for a phone while driving increases your risk of a crash by 9 times, and sending a text takes your eyes off the road for an average of 5 seconds. At 55 miles an hour, that's like driving the entire length of a football field blind. To put it into perspective, 1 text behind the wheel is equivalent to 4 beers. Yet, we still do it.
You know, being in that situation showed me that when you're texting while driving, you're not only endangering your life, but also those around you.
For some insight on just how many teens are distracted behind the wheel, I went around my own high school and asked random students.
So William, do you text and drive?
Yes, I try my hardest not to, but sometimes when I get that text from my mom telling, "Get your butt home," I have to be smart.
So Abby, are you distracted behind the wheel?
Yeah. I eat McDonald's.
Do you text and drive?
I have before, but I make sure I don't. I try really hard not to.
No, but I do talk and drive.
No, I never text and drive. I'll occasionally talk, though.
No, bad idea.
It's quite evident that teens don't fully realize the full consequences of distracted driving. Reality is, teens don't respond unless they are personally affected or witness up front what can really happen if they send that 1 text behind the wheel. To change this, we held an event at my high school sponsored by the SAD Club, or Students Against Destructive Decisions. Students had the opportunity to test their skills with the driving simulator, walk a course with drunk goggles, and try to send a text while riding a tricycle.
Well, a lot of teens weren't aware of the dangers of distracted driving, so we thought we would inform the community on all the dangers involved in texting and driving. We got more than 100 pledges, I think around 200 people at the distracted driving event, another 50 at the Ford Proving Grounds, and a lot of people really enjoy it, so all in all, I'd have to say it was real eye-opening.
Here in the state of Michigan, the current law is no texting while driving for all drivers. For a first offense, motorists will be fined $100. Subsequent offenses will be $200.
So it's quite obvious that Michigan is trying to eliminate most distraction behind the wheel, but the question remains, just how can we be sure that we're safe when behind the wheel?
First rule of thumb, keep your phone out of sight and anything that can cause distraction out of sight. Distracted driving is anything that diverts a person's attention away from the primary task of driving.
Alright, and thirdly, you need to make sure that you wear your seatbelt. I know I'm stating the obvious, but you'd be surprised at how many people fail to do this simple gesture that can really save your life in an accident.
Secondly, don't drive drowsy. A study conducted by Virginia Tech reported that 20% of all accidents have sleepiness as a factor. Reality is, we all have somewhere to go, but driving drowsy can be just as dangerous as drunk driving. Fourthly, keep your vehicle safe. Regular tune-ups will keep your car safe when out on the road.
Of course, there's many other tips I can give you in regards to staying safe out on the roads, but these are just some of the main ones that can certainly keep you safe. Overall, drive safely, and remember that 1 text or call can wreck it all.